Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Robert Chiduku. I'm a leadership development enthusiast. I have got a strong belief that we need to develop the leaders that we want. It is my strong belief that the development of Africa depends on the development of leaders. It is my strong belief that the moment we develop the leaders first, these are the same leaders who are going to develop the great continent of Africa. It is my strong belief that if we invest more in the leaders, these leaders are going to invest more in our people, in our nations, in our communities, and on the great continent of Africa. It is my strong belief that we need to build a strong leadership who have got strong beliefs, who have got strong values and guiding philosophy that will assist them to catalyze and propel the development on the African continent. Therefore, I strongly believe that we need to have discussions, serious and strong discussions around the issue of leadership on the African continent, particularly about developing the continent of Africa. I always stand by argument to say that if we talk about development without developing the leaders who are the ones who are supposed to be directing the process of development, who are the ones who are supposed to be envisioning the process of development, who are the ones who are supposed to be implementing the process of development, will be just misfiring. So my starting point is that we need to train the leaders. We need to inculcate the right skills, the right attitude, the right mindset, such that when these leaders set out to develop the continent of Africa, they'll be doing that from an informed position. We need to give them skills. We need to have a proper mindset in our leaders. We need the leaders who have got the proper guiding values that resonate well with the will of Africans, with the will of communities, with the will of our nations. And that is critically important if we really want to drive the process of development on the African continent. It is my strong belief that leadership remains a very crucial and important tool or a vehicle for development of Africa. Today I want to talk about empowered leadership. We need leaders who empower others. Leaders must capacitate those who are around them, must capacitate their colleagues, must capacitate their team members in the business organizations, must capacitate those who are around them and those who are their mandees. We need leaders who can guide others, leaders who can nurture others, leaders who can identify other people's gifts, leaders who can even nurture and mentor others to be the greatest version of themselves. They say great leaders do not produce followers, they produce leaders. Indeed, great leaders will produce and replicate themselves to replicate other great leaders like themselves who can even perform far much better than them. That is the greatest legacy which the leaders have. But poor leaders like to produce followers. Poor leaders want to block others. Poor leaders think in terms of self-effacement, think in terms of individualism, think in terms of themselves. But the great leaders think in terms of collectivism. They think in terms of the community, in terms of the nations, and in terms of values that resonate with the will of the majority. That is the leadership that we seek on the African continent. Once we begin to have that kind of leadership, our education system will be rejuvenated. Our healthcare delivery systems will be rejuvenated. Our infrastructure will be rejuvenated. Our roads networks, our communication networks, our industries will be rejuvenated. Our exports will grow. Our imports will lower down. All that comes from leadership. Value addition will begin to kick in. We'll begin to export finished product that fetch high prices in the world market. So leadership is everything. Development revolves around leadership. Development only takes place when there is a will from the leaders. Development becomes a reality if it is seen in the minds of leaders first. Development is actualized with the will of leaders. Development can be implemented if the leaders want. Development can happen when leaders give it a chance. Therefore, it continues to be my strong argument that we need to develop the leaders who have got the right mindset, the leaders who are very passionate about catalyzing the process of development of the African continent. Indeed, we need to develop leaders. If you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button, and again, don't forget to share to your colleagues, your friends, your workmates,